Hey everybody, Pat here from West Corners Custom Cycles again. Welcome back to the Underground Garage. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Channel's growing all the time. Today's video is a tutorial. It's on an SS250 Harley Davidson from 1975. Today's video is on the taillight assembly. You can go online and you can buy all the original parts for this taillight assembly, but it's going to cost you about $300. And granted, it'll be all original, but this tutorial I'm putting out will show you how you can do it a lot cheaper, and it looks absolutely bone stock when you're done. And it actually worked out real well. I really like the way it looks. So without further ado, check out the video. Hope you like it. Again, subscribe. You won't miss any of the videos that we're putting out, or have put out, or are going to put out. Hey everybody, Pat here from West Corners Custom Cycles. Welcome back to the Underground Garage. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Again, I actually am in the underground today. I'm in my basement, March 15th. Starting to warm up a little bit up outside here in New York, but still a little chilly. Our video today is going to be on a 1975 Harley Davidson SS250 that I'm working on. I picked this thing up about a year ago. It's pretty much all there. Missing a few things. One thing it was missing was this whole tail light assembly. I want to show you what I did to put this together, how I did it. There's a few parts for it that I couldn't find. I would tie and law on the internet for. This really isn't a custom job, but it actually kind of is, because I used custom parts to make it look as stock as I could to the original thing. And it actually looks exactly stock. But except for these arms coming out here on the side aren't chrome. On the originals, they're chrome. I painted them black. But the way I did this was, first off, all these lights are aftermarket. The aftermarket tail light and brake light. These are the turn signals. Turn signals came from this kit here. That's the part number. I don't know if you can see it if there's too much of a glare. From a company called MGO. Part number is 60-75712. This kit comes with all 4 turn signals you can use on the whole bike. My bike actually had the original front two. I'll show you. These are them. Really nice turn signals. Nice and heavy, and you know, they're not cheap. This is how they mount up. That arm I've been telling you about slides in here. This pinch bolt clamps down on it. This wire runs through the center of that arm, comes out on the inside of the taillight bracket on the back. I'll show you. Okay. Way I made these arms, went over to our local, you can go to Lowe's, Home Depot. I got glare on my glasses. You can go to Home Depot, Central Tractor, anybody around that's got a decent hardware supply. What this is a little piece of conduit. It's 4 inches long, about ½ inch or so in that, wide. And this is in the electrical department. You go and you get yourself 2 of these, 1 for each side. And then you go and you find the lamp parts, LAMP, lamp. And you'll find these brass nuts over there. Find yourself the brass nut that fit these, screw them on. The reason you got to do this and find these in the lamp parts is because I found out electrical threads are in category all their own. They're not like regular threads. So being that these were threads for electrical threads on the conduit, I had to use lamp parts that had the same thread. So that's why. Anyway, get yourself 2 of these, 4 of the nuts. I'll show you why. On the bottom of these, this is the conduit. I got a nut here, one of the brass nuts. You don't need one on this end. On the inside of this, you'll see that's where the other brass nut is, and this is where the wire comes out. There's a washer in there, and there's also a big eyelet that goes over this arm, goes around it for a ground. That's what this line is here. You got one coming down from each side of ground, and you got one coming up the middle to the tail light here. And I got one pigtail coming off it. I figured it was easy to deal with one wire going all the way up to the battery. These things do ground when you mount them, but once they get corroded up and stuff, they lose their ground. They don't like to work, so I'm just going to run a ground right straight to the battery, right to the lights, and I'm not going to have an issue with it. It'll actually be an insurance to it. It'll be grounded where it mounts, and it'll also have a ground going straight to the battery. So we'll have very good ground going to the lights. But, so what I did with this, you take this, put this nut in a vise, because I don't know if you can see it. These are tapered where the threads are here. And it'll only screw down about halfway before it stops. But being a brass nut, you put this in a vise, you get a little pipe wrench on here, crank it around, you can get it all the way down. If you don't get it all the way down to the base of these threads, you're not going to have enough sticking out this side for once you put it through this bracket here to have enough sticking out on the inside for your electrical eyelet, your washer, and your nut to go on the end. So that's important that you get that screwed down on both of them, all the way down to the bottom of these threads. Then I painted them both black, screwed it in there, put the nut and everything on the back side. Like I said, I had two little wires with pigtails for ground. And the way this mounts, I don't know how well you can see it. This aftermarket light has a ground tab sticking off it. So I just ran wire. I connected all three of these wires. One from here, one from here, and one from the center right here. Ran one pigtail off it. Okay. So take this, paint it black, stick it through, mount it up. Then you can take your wire, you slide it through the center of the conduit that's sticking out the side here. Get it in there. Where am I here? Slide this hole right here on the end of that and clamp it down. And when you do, it'll look like that. All right. Now, the other wires you got here, your two black ones. One goes to each blinker. The yellow and the blue one here, one's for brake, one's for tail light. They just hook up to your, original wiring harness from the bike. And this is your license plate bracket. You got a license plate light here that when your tail light is on, it just automatically shines down. Takes care of that. And that's about it. I just wanted to show you what I did to get through that. This was the original tail light. That's why I had to replace that. Not only is it busted, but the lens was missing and it had a rubber gasket around here to keep it watertight. But that was broke, so I had to replace it. This whole thing, actually, this is the receipt for the blinker kit with shipping. It was $75. The turn signal or the tail light, if I remember right, was in the $20-25 ballpark. I'd actually have to check to see what I bought this for. I got it off of eBay. I want to say it wasn't more than like 30 bucks. And like I said, when I got it, it was orange. It was all chipped up. It was all dented up. I spent an hour or two knocking around on this thing with a hammer to smooth it all out, straighten it all out, get all the little dings out of it so it looked good. But so that's it. Just wanted to let you in on how I did that. In case anybody else out there has an SS or even an SX. I guess they do the same setup. I know on some of the later 175s, like 74 and on, and I know they have it on the 125s also. 125, 175, and 250s. So if anybody's out there, this is what to do. If you can't figure out, you can't find the original ones, you don't want to pay $200 for the original turn signals, and you can't find these arms here, make your own. That's how you do it. It's the cheapest way you're going to get out of it, and it looks totally stock, So, all right, that's it.